Hello, everybody. Long time no see. It's been a while since I've done a YouTube live by myself, anyways. How's everybody doing? Where are you at? Where are you watching from? Are you eating lunch? Are you fasting? Let me know in the comments. If you're watching on the replay, hello, good morning or good evening, wherever you are. Maybe it's nighttime. I don't know. It's tea time. That's funny. All right. We're just going to do a little live Q&A today. You can ask me anything. I may have the answer or I may not. I will do my best. Highland is having coffee with Element. Chocolate coffee, Highland? Chocolate salt. It's one of my favorites. Speaking of Element, they are sponsoring my live stream today. So thank you to Element. This little promo QR code will be up here the whole time. If you want to screenshot it or scan it, that will take you directly to the free sample pack link with purchase. The sample pack looks like this, comes with 8 different flavors. So you can find that link in the description and on the screen through the whole thing. Let's get right into it. I'm also going to show you in a little bit how I mix mine with sparkling water because I've had a lot of you ask me how to do it without causing a volcano in your cup. So I'm going to show you how I do it here in just a little bit. Well, some of them are lower, like the orange one has, how many carbs? This is my favorite. 0 sugars and 2 grams of carbs. One of them has 1 gram of carbs. I don't really count these for myself. Now, that doesn't mean that you shouldn't count them. I just don't count them. They don't seem to really count towards my carbs in any meaningful way. But most things that have a sweetener in them are going to have a carb count, whether that's from sugar alcohol. It's usually sugar alcohols. And a lot of people do not count sugar alcohols at all. Depending what it is in, I do count them. If it's over 2 per serving, then I do think that they are significant enough for me to care about. All right, let's take Patty. Hi, Nisha. Started Triple B and E yesterday. I'm dying. Any hints or suggestions? Just have some vitamin P, vitamin patience. It is a process to get used to eating just beef, butter, bacon, and eggs. Now, I will say there are things you can do to kind of spice up beef, butter, bacon, and eggs. So you can make hollandaise sauce that is just eggs and butter. You can put a little bit of some kind of vinegar in there or lemon juice. It's not significant enough that it would matter. You can also make bacon mayonnaise to put on your burgers or dip your bacon in. That's also delicious. So don't feel like you're just eating, steak all the time. You can use hamburger patties, any cut of beef, and spice it up with some spices unless you're giving up spices. And then in that case, you've committed to that for a reason, hopefully, to see if you have a sensitivity. I just got my Element via your code today. Salt dealer. I am a salt dealer. That is for sure. Hey, McKenzie, Tennessee. I used to work there. Whoops. So, wow. Hang on. That was a good one. Where did it go? Okay. Jennifer, thoughts on pork rinds? I crave these. I think pork rinds are great. Make sure you're checking the back of the bag. Check the ingredients list. A lot of them that have the flavors on them may have some sugar in there, so you need to be aware of that. My favorite brand are the Porking Good pork rinds. They have some amazing flavors. Still, make sure you check the ingredients list and the carb count. I think my favorite that they do is probably the dill. That's a really good one. They have a pizza flavor. They have so many. They also do the pork panko as well. Chuck roast. Brittany Seven said chuck roast. Rebecca, good morning. How can we reach you regarding lactation services? So, if you just have some basic kinds of questions, I can answer those inside our private community. Um, if it's something more in depth that you think you like, if you're pregnant currently and you want a full lactation service, you can send me a message on Instagram. Um, that's probably the best way to get a hold of me. I have been working on a website, but honestly, I do so much work inside the community. Here's the link for you guys that I almost don't see, like, it's just easier for you guys to just join the group. And then I can have a full-blown conversation with you. It doesn't cost as much money, and then you get access to all the other things as well. But once you're in there, if you do feel like we need to do something a little bit more in depth, then we can always move forward with that. This is a good question. Lorna, can I drink Element on triple B and E? Well, it depends on how strict you're wanting to be with your triple B and E. Some people want to be getting away from sweet things because maybe they're a carb addict or they have a lot of cravings. And those people do need to use the unflavored Element, which doesn't have sweetener in it, or citric acid. Which some people can have a sensitivity to. But if you are still allowing yourself to have some sweet things, then if you want to include the Element electrolytes, then that is something you have to make a decision. Am I cutting this part out or am I going to keep it? I do recommend, if you're doing triple B&E and you're still continuing to have sweetened beverages, that you at least cut that in half with something. So if you are allowing yourself to have Zevia sodas, half Zevia soda, half sparkling water to cut down on that sweet taste. Same with the electrolytes, just over dilute them. Hey, Parsons. What's up, neighbor? These dogs, I tried to get them to come in 5 minutes before I started this, and guess what? They didn't want to come in, but now they want to come in. So if you hear Toto barking in the background, I might have to go let him in a minute. Miss Kathy says, do you still recommend Egg Life? Yeah, I think Egg Life wraps are a great alternative to tortillas, low-carb tortillas. The ingredients in them are much cleaner. So it's just egg whites and some xanthan gum and maybe like seasonings and things to that nature. So yes, I absolutely still recommend them. However, in my area, I can't just run to the grocery store and get Egg Life wraps. I have to order them, and I just haven't felt the need to do that in the last year, just because I'm not needing those currently. Now, that's not to say that next month I won't place an order, because now you've brought them back up into the front of my brain, and now I kind of want some. They're great. I warm mine up. A lot of people eat them raw, but yeah, they're wonderful tools. Absolutely still love them. How are the chickens? The chickens are great. They love their new condo, and the baby chickens are huge. Like, they are so big now, and they have been moved to the chicken tractor, and they're integrating into the other chickens, and everything's going well. So that's good. Lorna, yes, someone does have a recipe for Egg Life wraps. Maybe Maria Emmerich has one. Maybe somebody else too, but yeah, I'm sure there is a recipe. I'm just too lazy to do all that. What is your BMI? I have no idea. I'm 5'2" and I weigh about 113 pounds. I fluctuate between 113, 118, depending on time of the month. If I've cheated, yada, 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 all that good stuff. But I don't even know my BMI. We focus more on waist to height ratio in this house. That's what Dr. Berry recommends to everyone. And I know mine is perfect. So that's really all I'm worried about. Okay. Amy says Indigo Neely for the Egg Life wrap recipe. So she is on YouTube. She has a wonderful channel. If you haven't been checking her out, you should be. Thank you, Andrea, or Andrea. That's my mom's name. All right. Patty, did you ever have a low-grade fever with your Hashimoto's? Very clean as I react to everything but clean meat, including reactions to bacon, Element, light show with low-grade fever, 3 months carnivore. Oh, no, I would have that checked out. No, I always ran cold when I was in the full suffering of Hashimoto's. You guys can Google waist to height ratio. I don't know it off the top of my head, but it's very easy to find a calculator that you can plug in all the information to and see where you fall on that, normal, underweight, overweight category. There's a lot of them out there. Maria, what does dairy include? Is liquid dairy heavy cream? I love cheese. Which should I not include? Maria, it's hard to tell you what you should or shouldn't include. What I tell most people is start with cutting out the liquid dairy because if you are sensitive to dairy, you're definitely going to be sensitive to liquid dairy, and then go down through the cheeses, give up soft cheeses, and then most people can have hard cheeses like Parmesan Romano, those type of cheeses, and the soft cheeses they may be sensitive to, but you don't know what you're going to react to until you take it out for 30 to 90 days and then reintroduce it and see how you feel. Crystal, how do you recommend starting ketovore with 10-year-old vegetarian? I want to make sure he gets all his nutrients. Thanks so much. I would just really, if he's a vegetarian already, just make sure that he's eating plenty of eggs because most vegetarians include eggs, good quality cheeses, maybe seafood first to bring back in more protein, and then ease into beef with maybe just like burgers and things like that. I think that would be great. And never, stress that it is for anything other than, more nutrient dense foods being brought into his way of eating. Abigail, thanks for the super chat. I've been weaning off Zoloft since January, going slow, but still having withdrawals. Any supplements to ease the symptoms, or can keto help? Unfortunately, when you come off of meds like that, the symptoms are going to range from moderate to severe to barely any, depending on what your dose was to begin with. I hope that you are doing this with your provider. It's very important to work with your provider when coming off the meds like these. Keto cannot help probably with not having any. It could perhaps help with the severity, but I'm not sure. I know if you're eating keto, real whole foods, plenty of protein, fat, and things like that, it's probably not going to hurt anything. But make sure you're working with your provider on this, though. Brittany, after seeing you with your Apple Watch Ultra and it fit your wrist, I bought me one and I love it. A little big, but I'm adjusting to it. Yeah, this thing is massive, but honestly, after a few days wearing it, I didn't mind it, and the safety features on it were just a huge selling point for me. Hey, South Africa, what's up? This is jumping. Holly, do you worry about your kids' carb intake, or do you feed them clean ingredient foods and not worry about how many carbs? Yeah, most whole foods, real foods, are not going to be super high in carbohydrates, with the exception of maybe like potatoes and sweet potatoes and those type of root vegetables. Most kids don't really like vegetables anyways. My kids don't. So most of their carbs come from fruit or nuts. And yeah, I'm not really super concerned. They don't eat an excessive amount. They eat, like Bonnie and Beckett both had a handful of raspberries and a few strawberries this morning with their sausage. So yeah, I'm more concerned with their relationship with food, how nutrient dense the food that they eat is, and where it's coming from. But yeah, I'm not counting their carbs. Chloe, I weigh 113 right now, and that fluctuates depending on where I am in my cycle. Janet, thank you for the super chat. Hippo character with pink hat. Oh, it's a super sticker. I I love how I use a Restream to do my live streams, and instead of putting the actual sticker, it describes the sticker, and it always cracks me up. So this is a hippo character with a pink hat, flips it backwards, and raises his thumbs up in the air. I don't know why they can't just show the sticker. You think that they could do that. It's just coding. Okay. In case you guys are just hopping in, up here in the corner, you will see the QR code for Elements free sample pack with any purchase offer that they give my viewers. This comes with 8 different flavors for you to try. If you can't scan a QR code or you don't know how to use that, I'm going to put the link on the screen. You can take a screenshot. Anytime you order your Element, you can use this link, drinkelement.com/Nisha. Why is that so hard for me to say? /Nisha. And they'll send you the free sample pack with your purchase. This is the one I am fixing to mix up here in a minute. I like the orange. A lot of people like the watermelon. Beckett likes all of the flavors. So in case you're interested, thank you to Element for sponsoring my live stream. That is awesome of them. I really appreciate it. These are, I do drink these probably twice a day, sometimes more in the summer if I've been outside. Like right today, the heat index is 110 or something crazy like that. And so I'll probably drink a little bit more if I go for a walk and get hot and sweaty. I mix mine in my I'm so basic cup. You know, I'm a basic blogger. We all have this stupid cup. Do you need this stupid cup? No, you do not. But I do love that it's 40 ounces. I'm pretty sure you can find Stanley dupes at this point at Walmart and Target and places like that. I like 40-ounce cups because I can over dilute my electrolytes. Today, for the sake of this video, I'm not going to dilute them. But I fill my cup with ice about halfway first. And this is how I don't get it to explode, because I use sparkling water. And if you do it too fast, it will pour over. So I put the ice in first. Make sure you hold it away from your face, because a little puff will come up. And if that goes up your nose, it's weird. You know, it's not going to hurt you, but it's a little bit weird. And then I pour that in. Also, make sure you don't breathe it in. Then I take my sparkling water, whatever you like. You can use club soda if you want to, San Pel, Topo Chico, whatever. And then I pour it in just very slowly. And if you do have a big Stanley cup like this too, it gives you a lot more space to not overflow, because they will foam up. The electrolytes with the carbonation foam up a lot. But there you go. See? That's another reason why I like using the big cup for that, because it keeps me from making a mess. Don't snort the Element. That's right, exactly. And then I just give it a little swirl. And then you have orange soda electrolytes. It does taste like orange Fanta to me, the orange flavor. I like it a lot. And if you want it sweeter, add less water. If you want it less sweet, add more water. There's no rule about how much water you have to do. Yes, actually, this does, Brittany, fit in my cup holder because the bottom comes down. I used to use, what were those called? Oh, a hydro flask. But the big ones, you had to like put them in the floorboard. They don't fit in a cup holder. Useless on road trips. LJ, any ideas on where to put the chocolate element besides coffee? Yes. If you want to make brown butter bites, it's very good. Sprinkled into your brown butter bites. What else have I put the chocolate on? Strawberries. You can dip your strawberries in there. That's really good too. Where else have I put chocolate element? Some people just put it in hot water and make hot chocolate with it. That's also delicious. Those are the main ways. You know, I use chocolate in my coffee. That's the main way that I use it. But the other ones, like the mango chili, I put on avocado. Or if I'm making guacamole, I add that to my guacamole. And it just gives it a little little something. There's a mango habanero, and then the other one, I can't remember the other one that's kind of a weird flavor, but they're all really good. Work says, what are your favorite foods to take when eating at someone else's house for yourself and to share with others? My go-to is usually deviled eggs. Yes, deviled eggs is always a very good one to take. Egg salad also. Let's see, meatloaf. My meatloaf. I would take that. Bringing ribs. Who doesn't love ribs? My broccoli salad. I use bacon mayo in my broccoli salad, and I also put bacon grease in my broccoli salad, just to, well, make it taste like bacon, which is amazing. Yeah, those are my top ones, I would think, especially during summertime. Any kind of cold thing, the shrimp salad that Melissa makes with the vinegar and the cilantro, that would also be nice. Yeah. Yeah, no, it's a Stanley. You don't have a star? I don't know. Why don't you have a star? Ooh, Denise says the chocolate element is good in fudgesicles. Like you make your own fudgesicles. That's a great idea. Rose says the mango chili is good on chicken too. Yummy. LJ says, Nisha, I made your keto cornbread for a barbecue, and oh my God, everyone raved over it. Y'all, I think that is my claim to fame recipe, my cornbread. It's so good. You can also make Mexican cornbread with it. So I don't know if that's a thing everybody makes, but you just chop up some jalapenos, cheddar cheese, bell peppers. You can add whatever you want, and it makes it really nice. A little bit more flavor. Pam says, do you eat nuts of any kind? Yeah, sometimes. Cashews usually are the nut that I choose when I'm going to eat some nuts. And sometimes black walnuts. And pistachios. Sometimes pistachios. They are expensive when they are already shelled, and I'm just not putting that much work into a nut. Okay. Nancy says, how do you do your ribs? Okay. So I don't peel the membrane off. I know a lot of people say you should. It makes them better, but we don't do that. We eat the membrane. And then usually I will melt or just warm up some bacon fat and paint it over the top of the ribs. And then I will do Redmond's. It's their garlic pepper salt. Rub that in and just stick them in the oven on low for a few hours, wrapped them in aluminum foil. I know I did a video not that long ago where I made ribs and I did not wrap them in aluminum foil. I just forgot. I usually do, and it makes them much better, but I totally just forgot. Whitney, are you ever going to release a cookbook, Mother of Ketovore? Yes, I promise. I would love to already have that finished. Unfortunately, right now, I have not the time to commit to, like, I think if I had a full month where all I did was work on the book, it would be done. But I don't currently have a month to do that. And I'm not good at doing things over a long period of time. I'm like, I want to do one project at a time so I can focus on it. Serena, yes. So me and Kim put a cookbook together at Christmas, and it does have some of my recipes in there. They are holiday recipes, however, so they're not as meat-based as what I eat the rest of the year. They're more celebratory type recipes, but it is a good one. And I don't know where you would find the link to that. In one of my Christmas videos, probably. Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, TJ, I don't have the patience to remove it either. I'm just like, whatever. Lily opened the door for herself. Good girl. You want to go open the door for Toto? All right, let's see. Ooh, Melissa says, I like your chicken liver mousse. I'm eating some right now with my lunch. Proud of you for getting that liver in, girl. Rebecca, are pumpkin seeds okay? For some people, yeah, probably. During the fall, when we do our pumpkin carving, I get the seeds out and we bake them in the oven as a Chex Mix alternative. I also have a keto Chex Mix recipe. It's dangerous if you're not willing to eat, like you're not wanting to binge eat something. Don't make that. Okay, it's hard not to binge eat. But so I soak them in salt water overnight, and then I mix them up with butter, Worcestershire sauce, garlic, seasoning salt, onion powder, and bacon grease. I'm working on it. Teresa, have you seen Chris Rick Nashville's carnivore mashed potatoes? Yes, I've seen him do it. Neely made it and she liked it. Yeah, I saw that she was going to give it a try. I'm going to try them even though I don't really miss mashed potatoes. It's a very interesting concept. I think that is a next level carnivore recipe to be able to make anything taste like mashed potatoes. I don't know how much like mashed potatoes it tastes, but it is a fascinating concept that he's got here going on with the what do you call it? Is it egg? He uses egg whites, right? Hang on, Toto's are outside and he's really wanting to come in. All right. Oh, by the way, these are the new shirts. Huzzah! They come in a lot of colors, including pink. If you're wanting one of those, it is shopphd.com. I don't know if I have that tipped up here. Woo! Bless you, my dear. Shopphd.com for all the PhD shirts. I don't think I have that link on here. No, I don't. Okay, yeah, I designed this, and Autumn from Watch Autumn Keto, she makes them, and they are the good t-shirts. They're nice, well made, comfy, cozy. There's also hairball. It was Lily. Sweatshirts, long sleeve t-shirts, and tank tops. Now, I would love to get a zip up hoodie this fall. I don't have one yet. What's huzzah? Huzzah! It's I've been a Renaissance Fair girl since I was very young, like 13, and that's something that they say at the Renaissance Fair all the time. Huzzah! And I've said it all my life, and I said it during a live, and now we just say it all the time, and so now it's a thing. Thank you, Donna. That's very sweet. I've literally never said I coined the term ketovore. I said I popularized it. But I've never said I made that up. I'm pretty sure I've said multiple times that I didn't make it up. But thank you, Tracy, for your concern. I don't really think it matters. I am pretty sure I'm wearing a small. So true to size. This is a small. It's not tight. Like, it's not a super tight shirt. But it is, you know, I think it's flattering. A flattering cut for sure. Blessed and beyond measure. What's up, Deb? Are you picky with what's in chorizo sausage? I think the one I buy has soybeans. That's why I ask. Yeah, there's good ones and there's bad ones, and just check the ingredients. I don't have a brand that I love, but We don't eat that a whole lot. That's something I only buy on occasions to throw on my eggs. Nancy, have you made Maria's PSMF cinnamon rolls for egg whites and egg powder? No, I don't do anything with egg whites. I just don't like them. They just don't taste good. Like, none of that stuff tastes good to me. It tastes like styrofoam, whatever the topping is on it. So styrofoam butter, styrofoam cinnamon. I don't like it, but a lot of people do. So, if you like it, definitely do it. Thank you, Sarah. Do you have a question, Sarah, that didn't get attached to your super chat? If you do, I'll try to find it. Pamela says, I've heard you say repeatedly that you did not make up the term cutivore. I can't believe how many people come on here just to poop in the pool. You ain't seen nothing yet, girl. You just wait, Pamela. We'll probably see more than that. Jess, this is a good question. Is heavy whipping cream different than heavy cream? All I can find near me is whipping. So depends on the brand. Kroger has heavy whipping cream and heavy cream, and they are different. One is much, much thicker than the other one. And there may be a difference in carb count also. So sometimes they are different and sometimes they're not. Patty, Element first time today. Element helps with your varicose veins? Really? Like the pain? I'm interested to know how it helps. Please tell us. Whoa. Shanty says, in Canada, we only have heavy whipping cream. Oh, Patty says, no, I need help with pain from varicose veins. Dr. Berry has a video dedicated to varicose veins. I'm pretty sure in that video, he just talks about lowering your inflammatory foods to help. But I think he recommends that you go have a procedure done if they are causing you a lot of pain. But I can't remember, but that video is, if you just type into YouTube, Dr. Berry varicose veins, it should bring that up. Oh, AJ says, Triple B&E is getting rid of my spider veins. Well, huzzah to that. Hi, Holly. You're in the mountains? Fun. Yes, I know, a V-neck shirt. I'm going to work on that. Kylie. Hey, Kylie. What's your take on the blended cottage cheese and eggs trend all over TikTok? Well, Kylie, I do not get on TikTok, so I haven't seen this trend, but it sounds good if you like cottage cheese. I don't like cottage cheese, but maybe if they were mixed in eggs, I would. I don't know. It's interesting. I will try to look that up and see what I think about it. Technically, I am on TikTok. I just really, it's not my thing. Oh, happy to be back. Patty says they itch more than they hurt. Is that weird? It's interesting. I'm not sure why they would be itching. I don't know, Patty. Maybe your doctor, or you think maybe they're causing a little neuropathy. Sometimes that can give you a itchy pain. I'll go see your family physician and just see if maybe he thinks you have some neuropathy. If you do, I don't know if Element will help with that, but keto and, low inflammatory eating should. Paul. How do I get my wife on board eating this way? She's in healthcare and thinks I'm going to have a heart attack. Yeah. Well, I think if you continue to eat this way and have success and she sees that in you, it's going to be hard for her to feel that way at a certain point that it's unhealthy because you're just going to continue to probably feel better, look better, perform better, have better energy, all the things, and basically turn into a nicer person. I hear this a lot. Relationships get better when they stop eating crappy food. Crazy, right? So I think just the best way to be influencing those that you love is to just do better, get better, and lead by a quiet example, as Dr. Berry says. Whoa. Woo, we have 740 people watching right now. Awesome. If you're just hopping on and you want to get the free sample pack of Element, what do I do with it? With purchase, you can scan this code right here and it'll take you to that page, or you can go to drinkelement.com/Nisha. I have such a hard time with that. Melissa says, how much Element do you take in a day? I'm waiting on my first pack of Element. Usually 2 packs a day. Unless I somehow like feel bad, get a headache, which almost never happens anymore unless I'm outside and get too hot. Leg cramps, anything like that, I might add another pack in. Usually about 2 packs a day. Whoops. Okay, Overcomer says noon is a great time for watching over the lunch hour. Okay, good. I was having trouble picking a good time to go live because I feel like in the afternoon, we're either doing lives inside of our community or we're spending time with the kids. So I think noon is good for me. Is it good for you? You guys happy to have lives back? Susan, what do you think about Keto Chow ice cream? I think it's a wonderful alternative to any packaged ice cream. Making your own ice cream is always the best thing to do. Even like people love Rebel. I don't like it. It's gritty. I don't like it. Mammoth something. It's in Texas. Now that ice cream was delicious, but I still would rather just make my own. Make it whatever flavor I want. The chocolate with some mashed up strawberries. So strawberry chocolate strawberry ice cream. I've made that before and it's fantastic. If you have the creamy machine, which I have but have never used, I know. Apparently Keto Chow ice cream works great with that ice cream mixer. Oh, you know what? You could put some Element chocolate in there too with your ice cream. Have some electrolyte ice cream. Susan, do you give your dogs heartworm every other month or monthly? Every other month. And we've had no problems doing it that way. Have you never had salted caramel ice cream before, Cammie? It's fantastic. I promise. It may sound weird, but if you've ever had a truffle, if you like back when you were eating chocolate, not trying to trigger anybody, they put sea salt on top of it for a reason. It opens up the flavor of the sweetness. It's actually super good with sweet stuff. Yes, the raspberry is great too. Nisha, you all feel like family even though we've never met. Just wondered if your chicks are on keto. I mean, they're basically on carnivore. So we give them a little bit of layer pellets in the morning, and then the rest of the day they free range and eat bugs. And so that's what the chicks eat. Got an itch on my nose. Yes, vanilla extract, a good clean vanilla extract can be good in ice cream. This is a good question. Is it possible to fast for too long before blood work? Yes. Dave Feldman has a lot of information here on YouTube. I think he recommends you don't fast anything more than 14 hours. If Paola or anybody's in the chat and you can confirm that, I think that is the line he draws. The reason is it can mess with your numbers if you fast too long. Some numbers are affected by a fast, not in a good way. Don't quote me on that. I'm pretty sure he says 14 hours, but you can look him up, or you can even get, if you're on Twitter, you can tweet him and he will most likely respond to you. Honestly, he's very active. Yes, I have also put element in cocktails before, for sure. You can rim your cocktail if you make a ranch water, which is my go-to summer cocktail, which is a tequila shot over ice with muddled limes, like lime juice. And then I make it into a kind of a margarita because I put salt on the rim, or element on the rim, or tahini. I've also put tahini on the rim. Okay, Mary, thank you. So Dr. Berry says 12 to 14 hours, no longer than 14 hours. All right. Yay. Happy to be back. Thank you all for joining the live today. Anybody new? Is this your first Nisha live all by myself? All by myself. Don't wanna be all by myself. Sometimes you get serenaded on Nisha lives. Serena, why did I think ranch water would taste like ranch dressing? Oh, gross, right? No, it doesn't. It does not taste like ranch dressing. First live, Kylie. Good to see ya. Pam and Teresa's first live too. Several of you guys. I love it. Judy's first time. It's all right. Better late than never. You can always watch the replay. This will be posted for you guys to watch the whole thing if you want to. I'm also putting it, so the podcast, YouTube now is allowing us to have a podcast section on YouTube, on our YouTube channel, which means when I get done with this video, I will add it to my podcast playlist, and it should make this listenable, meaning you can pull it up on your phone and then do other things on your phone while you listen to my podcast episodes. So I'm thinking of just doing my podcast as a live stream, and sometimes I'll have a topic, and sometimes maybe I'll just hop on here and chat with you guys. You're welcome for the serenade. Wow, lots of newbies in here. I love it. Thank you, Aunt Bling. Welcome, welcome from Seattle. Thank you, Shell. Oh, Christy's the OG. All right. First live. Cool. Oh, Susan, it's so nice to meet you too. I will not do any more cruises. Not my thing. You know, Susan, I just don't blame you. Oh, met you at KetoCon, Kathy. Awesome. I do have a singing channel. Yes, I do. I haven't posted anything on there in a really long time. I'd love to get back to it. But, you know, a little busy. TJ, is it bad to give dogs pieces of raw veg like carrots or green beans as a treat? If so, why? I don't think it's bad. If they want it, they'll eat it. And if they don't want it, they won't eat it. I don't think it should be part of their core nutrition, right? They need to get their nutrition from protein from an animal. But sometimes Lily will eat blueberries if one falls on the floor. I don't think that's bad for her. I think it's fine. I think if you get some of those raw foods that have some carrots and things in there, that is still 100 times better than the grain-free dog food that is just chock full of pea protein, which is terrible for dogs. I am not really sure how this has not been fixed You would think all of the animal lovers would be like, this is horrible for our animals. Why do we keep putting this in food? Yes. Lily loves raw hamburger. That's one of her favorite foods. Also, eggs and scrambled eggs. She loves scrambled eggs cooked in butter. That's her favorite meal of the day. She doesn't get that every day, but she does get it a lot. Guys, if you're just hopping on, thanks for joining. If you want to make an order with the Element today and you see this code over here, you can just scan it and it takes you to the page where you can get the free sample pack with purchase. But if you don't know how to scan a QR code, you can just go to the link in the description. It's drinkelement.com/Nisha. And they will hook you up over there. And I think it works every time that you use it. I don't know. Does it? Who's used my link more than one time? Does it work every time? Please let me know. Yes, the cats are even more, I feel like, much more picky than the dogs are. You guys are giving your dogs a good life. Look at dogs have eggs and bacon for breakfast a couple times a week. Yummy. Okay, LJ says, yes, I have used it various times. All right, so if you've already used my code or my link, sorry, you can use it again. So drinkelement.com/Nisha. Thank you to Element for sponsoring the live stream today. I love it. It's awesome. I love doing live streams because I can hop on here, get to know you guys even more than in the comment section, and hopefully be helpful. All right, Marie has used it more than one time too. Okay, so that's fantastic. Serena says, my cat is a carb addict. She won't eat raw, not even sardines. Yeah, I think at a certain point, the carb addiction doesn't stop at humans. Makes sense, right? Jackie, anytime I get the egg carton out, my dog demands his eggs. Yes, eggs are fantastic, especially if you have chickens and you have an abundance of eggs like we do. Then yeah, it's super cost effective for Lily to eat eggs a few times a week now that we have our own. Janice, how much Element is okay for kids to drink? So I dilute Beckett's in, I would say, about 12 ounces of water, and I put about 1/4 of the packet in there for him, and he drinks those literally every day. Every day. That's his special drink. He also loves tea. If I make sweet tea, I use allulose for my sweet tea. I know. I need to do that video. I don't know why I haven't. It's so annoying to think I'm going to do that, and then I never do it. I don't know what I'm doing. What's wrong with me? Tracy, what is the best cheese brand? Oh my goodness. Well, I would say for like, if you're at the deli, we use Boar's Head. Usually that's the brand I'm picking. I like it a lot. Now for specialty cheese, things other than cheddar and provolone, Parmesan and Romano, I just make sure that they are real Parmesan, with the exception sometimes I use the Kraft because I have it in the house and I need to get done with it. And it's not that big a deal for me because it has a little bit of cellulose or whatever in there. It's fine. For me. Maybe you don't want to use it. But I don't really have a brand that I stick to. It's just whatever I can find at our grocery store, which is Walmart, because we live in the middle of nowhere. Briar Rose, do you use allulose for homemade ice cream? What is allulose? Anyhow, yes, I use allulose. It tends to keep the ice cream creamier. because how it's made. I can't really break down what allulose is. It's just a sugar alternative that a lot of people seem to do fine with. I don't see any issues. I have more issues from xylitol, erythritol, the talls, than I do allulose. So that's why I like it. How much raw meat do you give a 6-pound dog at a time? Do you cook eggs for them? So Toto doesn't eat raw meat because he has a stomach issue he's an adopted dog. He was abused. There's a lot that goes into it. Anyways, he cannot eat raw. He just throws it up. No matter how long we take to transition, I've been trying this for 5 years. So I just cook his meat. So he eats grilled chicken. I don't measure it. It's probably about a cup of cooked chicken breast. And he will eat ground beef. I'll cook him ground beef, and then he'll eat scrambled eggs, but only if I put it on a real plate. I'm not kidding. And not a dog bowl. He's a very odd dog. Hey, Jennifer, thanks for the super chat. Question, I do not like eggs in any form. I avoid pork and shellfish for religious reasons. Can I get what I need to be healthy from beef, butter, and heavy cream? Do I need to supplement? I would say, can you eat fish eggs, fish roe? Are you able to put eggs into recipes? Because they have a lot of great folate, and folate is very good for you. There's other things also that make eggs a superfood, in my opinion. So I would try to integrate some form of eggs into your diet. Shellfish, that's not a make it or break it. I mean, you can supplement iodine because iodine is important per research studies and per Dr. Berry. So, yeah, try to get some eggs in somehow. Fish roe is great. Marie Emmerich has a bomb recipe that uses boiled eggs to make chocolate pudding, which I know sounds delicious, doesn't it? No, it doesn't. It sounds awful. But I promise you, it actually is delicious. No, Toto is not too hot. This is Toto at all temperatures. Every day of his life, he is a nervous wreck. He's just a nervous dog. And he has a nervous stomach. So if anything is off, he's not a happy camper. You're welcome. Sunflower. My rheumatologist told me low carb isn't sustainable in the long run. Your rheumatologist probably could not tell you anything about nutrition that is significant other than what he read somewhere that was possibly Facebook. Saying low carb especially is not sustainable is hilarious. Low carb is maybe the easiest form of a proper human diet. John, do you have any recipes for cod liver? I don't, because I don't like cod liver. I prefer chicken liver myself. Dr. Berry just puts cod liver in a bowl. Sometimes he puts eggs in there too, and he adds mustard to it, and he eats it with a fork. Now, that sounds awful to me, but maybe you would like it. But that is the only cod liver recipe that I have. Oh, the sheep are fine. They are doing just great. All right, guys, going to take a few more questions. If you just hop on here, don't worry. This will be available for you to watch on the replay if you want. I'm going to try to do these more often. I just have been out of the habit, for sure. It's just been busy. It's been busy. Before we get off here one more time, just want to remind you guys that if you need some electrolytes, Element offers a free sample pack with purchase when you go to my link. It's in the description. You can also scan this code over here to get that offer. They're the electrolytes that I drink literally every day. So does Beckett. So does Dr. Berry. I love orange, which is what I'm drinking right now. They also have unflavored. Don't forget, guys, if you're someone who doesn't want the sweetened ones, they have unflavored. So if you're fasting and all that, you are able to still have some good electrolytes. You can put them in your coffee as well. Oh, Alan says that Martha Stewart has a YouTube video recipe for cod liver. Well, there you go. Fantastic. Bright Rose is drinking the raw. Paula, do you drink Element all day or just once in the first glass of water? I drink it, I would say the first 2/3 of the day. So I wake up and I just chug some water, plain water. Then I have electrolyte water while I do my makeup and get the kids ready. Then I have my coffee. And then maybe in the afternoon, I'll have another electrolyte pack with water. Buck, any such thing as too much element? I mean, probably there's a point where you're just drinking electrolytes and you don't necessarily need that much. But I don't know that you could drink too many and cause any problems unless you have a sensitivity to maybe citric acid, which some people do. However, the unflavored ones don't have citric acid. So you have that option too. My munchkins are at Learning with Lovey University. Stupidazo. Any recipes for wild-caught canned salmon patties? Yeah. You can do salmon patties just like you do like old school salmon patties. All you have to do is replace the breadcrumbs with pork panko, Parmesan cheese, the chicken breast flour from Carnivore Crisps, and then season them as usual. And throw an egg in there. I think that would work fine. I might try that actually. Yeah, you could get diarrhea, but it's not gonna kill you, right? And then you would know you drank too many, right? But it's not like going to cause you some issues unless you are someone who has some weird health issue, which you would hopefully know about. But there's no need to drink an excessive amount of electrolytes, and hopefully you all have some common sense and you're not just over here, drinking 20 packs a day or something ridiculous. Not medical advice, this is YouTube, just so you guys remember that. Take one more question. I think we have time. Sarah. All right. As a mom, do you have any advice on recommending carnivore to parents? I was a teacher and heartbroken about the number of children currently medicated. I want to recommend diet interventions. All right. Well, as parents generally go, unsolicited advice doesn't go over well for the most part. So I would just share maybe on your Facebook or Instagram, even if you're not an influencer, just to share what your kids are eating. If you have kids, you said you're a teacher. I don't know if you have kids. If you do have kids, just take pictures of what you feed your kids and, lead by example. But most moms, if you come at them and you're like, oh, if you would just feed them an all-meat diet, your child would be much better adjusted. Like moms are, in my experience, defensive because moms, myself included, feel like we're just doing the best that we can and everything is a personal attack on our mothering, right? Yeah, tiptoe very lightly, says Wendy, and I agree. Yeah, Alan, you may be right. All right, guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me. Maybe we can do this again sometime real soon. The replay will be posted. And if you haven't already, scanned the code or taken a screenshot, here's the link to get your sample pack from Element with any purchase if you're interested. If not, cool. Maybe you already have a huge stack, a fat stack of electrolytes. Also, make sure you follow me over on Instagram. It's at Nisha_Solaceberry. Hang out with me over on Instagram. And if you want to join the members-only community, drberry.com/community, we do exclusive content, challenges, live Q&As. We have mentors in there that can help you if you're struggling with something in particular. And we just have a good time in there. You can also find the Huzzah shirt if you want one on shopphd.com. We have long sleeve t-shirts, tank tops, and hoodies. Check it out. Again, thanks so much to Element for sponsoring my video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Love you, mean it.